Welcome back to Herside.net. I'm your host Audra, and I'm very excited because we have a lot of wonderful things lined up for you as far as our topics this season on Herside.net. But if you're watching this on network TV, please make sure that you go online and log into www.herside.net, because there's a lot of things on the site that you're not going to see on network TV, and we don't want you to miss out on any of it. So with that aside, let's now deal with the things that we did today. And what we did is we went into the community and we talked with a multitude of women, urban African American women, who were dealing with the issue of politics. How do you feel about Barack Obama as an African American male and Hillary Clinton as a female? Which one do you feel taps most into your issue as a woman and an African American? I feel that African American women, we're the only ones that are caught right in the middle because you have two candidates that represent something within you. So which one do you go for? Go online and let us know. But until then, check out what these ladies had to say. As an African American female, do you feel that you more relate to Obama as an African American and he relate more to your issues? Or do you feel that you draw more toward Hillary as a woman? Because, you know, we're kind of in the middle. So which one do you feel you identify with more, or who would identify best with you?
One, I can say I'm not in the middle, because Hillary Rodham Clinton doesn't represent me or my children, and she doesn't represent what I stand for. She doesn't represent who I am. I'm very definitive on subjects. I make up my mind and I stick to it. Now, if I'm found to be wrong on that subject, that's a different story. I can see recanting and learning something different and going a different direction. But Miss Hillary is like a leaf, a dry leaf in the wind. And when the wind blows and when it's favorable for her, she changes her mind. I don't change my mind like that. I'm not like a leaf in the wind. Now, Obama, on the other hand, is someone who represents me. He's someone who I feel comfortable with voting for, and whom I did vote for and will vote for the presidential candidate. So I'm not in the middle. I'm not in the middle. There's no dividing line. Obama's for me, and I think Obama will do the best for my children moving forward.
I am black, and yeah, I am gonna vote Democrat, but I like a Republican also. I like a couple of things that Huckabee is saying, but I'm not gonna vote for him because I am black and I am Democrat. But I do like Obama because he's a man. I heard a couple of things he done said, and I heard a couple of things from Hillary, but I don't too much want to vote for Hillary because she's a woman. And being honest, women, we have emotions, and we are followed by our emotions. So I don't want a woman president who's gonna be drawn by emotions to jump the gun about things, because we buy on impulse. We do a lot of things on impulse, whether that men don't do. Men think a little bit, they think a little bit farther than I believe in women are. I mean, sorry, I am a woman myself, but I don't understand that. So I'm voting for Obama. I did vote for Obama. I plan on voting for Obama. Hopefully he wins.
Your mom is not African American, right?
Correct. She's Jewish.
Jewish. Mm-hmm. And your father is Creole?
African American.
African American. I guess my question is this: do you feel that because you really, it's not like some people are like, well, as an African American, you know, you have to be with Obama, or, you know, as a woman, you have to be with Hillary? I mean, honestly, do you feel that your ancestry in any way, because you represent, you have a bit of both in you, which is a beautiful thing, you know, do you feel that that would sway or have anything to do with the decision you make on who to vote for when it comes to Obama or Hillary, or does that even play a part in your decision on who you want to vote for? Or do you want to vote at all? I'm making assumptions here.
Well, I think that as I approached the ballot and placed my ballot, I felt a lot different than I actually thought I would feel.
What do you mean?
As I'm watching the debates and I'm listening and trying to evaluate who's the best candidate, I mean, Obama's a dynamic speaker. He's phenomenal. He seems to really win in my book. I've been an Obama supporter for a very long time. I do believe he is biracial, like myself. So he is somewhat of a brother to me in a mentoring way. No, but when I placed my ballot, for the first time in a long time, I felt a sense of pride. I felt a sense of making a difference, of having an impact, of having a voice that may be heard in a different way. But the thing that concerns me most is that we are putting people in office that aren't going to repeat the behaviors, the voting patterns of the white men that have continued to rule and dominate and run our country, and that we aren't only accepting that type of behavior, those types of patterns. And
what do you mean by patterns? Like when you say the white man and his patterns and voting patterns, what do you mean?
Well, like war's the only answer. And if you look at Hillary's voting record and the way that she has approached things, I would hope that as a woman, a mother, that one would have maybe a different dynamic on how they looked at war as opposed to the men that have come before us, before her. And Obama, you know, having more perhaps ties or roots to those brothers that are on the front line being murdered and slaughtered, and seeing what life is about from a different perspective than the white men who are more privileged. But I guess both of them are somewhat privileged compared to myself or my friends in the growing up. I mean, I don't know what I just said, but anyway.
I know you were distracted by one of our brothers in the community,
yeah,
showing his support for the African American beauty. I mean, where do you stand on this whole political process?
I personally, I don't care about neither party, so
you don't care.
I don't know what's going on. I don't too much care.
I mean, what? You ain't took the time out to try to find out anything? I mean, why not? Why not vote?
Not really.
Why not find out? Do you feel like your vote don't count?
Pretty much.
Or it's just that you just feel like they haven't took the time out to really find out more about you or come out? I mean, that's the next thing. I don't know which one of the candidates. I know both of the kids was going out campaigning or whatnot. I know Hillary's daughter was. Obama, I think he has a young little girl, so I think she's not old enough to really go out. But I know Hillary, her daughter, was out trying to campaign for her and trying to get more of the youth to get out and find out more. Because, be honest, it's not a lot going towards the youth. Not saying you all that young, but you're not all that old, but it's not a lot coming out just to talk to us personally. Like, okay, y'all, what's y'all problems? What's y'all views? Like, I want to get rid of the IRS.
Well, don't everybody.
But no, that was one person issue. Huckabee, yeah. He was actually talking about trying to get rid of the IRS. That's one thing that he's really trying to go for. Hillary, she trying to get away with health care, trying to get us for the universal health care, which I'm not all that with, because I don't want to be forced to pay for something.
Well, how do you feel when you do hear, like, for example, like Juicy saying, you know, I don't care. I mean, does that, I mean, I guess my question, let me ask you this, Juicy. When you say you don't care, I know a lot of women that actually feel that way. A lot of women, do you feel, I mean, Miko asked a good question, is it because you said you felt your vote doesn't count? What do you say to those people who are just like, well, you'll never know if you don't vote, you'll never be able to complain, and I mean, what do you say to them?
Because the ones that do vote and complain, ain't nothing happen. It's pretty much still the same.
Right.
And see, people like you is why stuff still say the same, because you're not voting and you don't know what's going on. If you don't make a stand, you'll fall. What the saying is, you don't make a stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
There you have it, Herside.net, where sisters will say what they feel and they'll feel what they say. So, once again, please make sure you log on to www.herside.net if you're watching this on television, so that you can give us your opinion so that we can hear what you think. Until then, make sure you check us out next time when we talk about some things that will affect and deal with all of the issues that you feel are important to you. Until then, I'm your host, Audra. Peace.